What's up guys, welcome back to another video. In this video we are going to be talking about how I faced the biggest fear I had, which was flying. So I'm going to try go through this video in great detail guys, and hopefully it's going to help one of yous overcome your biggest fear. Let's get into it. So guys, let's get one thing straight here. If you don't know already, my biggest fear was flying. I was such a nervous person about getting on a plane, going on holiday. If I was with someone and they were like, yeah, let's go on holiday, I'd be having little panic attacks because I was that bad at flying. I would try and avoid everything. I would look at getting on a ship for 6 weeks before I was getting on a plane for like 6 hours. It was just the way I was. And you're probably wondering, like, how do you build up a fear of anything, or how did I build up a fear of flying? And it took me a long time, because when I was I think I was 18 when I first went on a plane. I think I was about 18 when I first went on a plane, and we were heading to America. And at 18 years old, you still kind of like, you don't know what's going on around you. You're still not really kind of like logged into the world as such. So I kind of went on a plane, done that. We went on a family holiday to Florida. And I didn't really think much of it because I was probably young. And sometimes when you experience something for the first time, you don't know anything about it. So you kind of just take it for granted. However, literally about, say, 1 year after going on that plane journey, I was involved in a car accident. I was coming back from Dublin, and I was working as a plumber, and we were coming back on the motorway. I think it's a dual carriageway, so there was no barrier in the center of the road. And I was literally just 18 years old, nearly turning 19, in around that age. And I remember literally grabbing my water bottle to take a drink, and I looked up and we were veering off the road. And granted, we're doing 100 kilometers an hour here. I looked over at the driver, and the driver was fast asleep at the wheel. I shouted his name, and basically he woke up, hooked the steering wheel, and the car went straight across the van went straight across the other side of the road. And then we actually done a flip, and I was knocked unconscious when we impacted the ditch, sorry. And basically I was very lucky that there was no oncoming traffic on that Friday evening. Completely blessed. I don't know why there wasn't traffic on a busy Friday evening coming towards us, but if it was traffic coming towards us then that would have been a whole nother story. But I realized then after that accident that I had a problem, and that problem was letting other people take control of my life again. And it was an actual fear of like happening. I would literally only get in the car with, say, my family or someone that I know personally. If I was going somewhere or for work or anything, I was driving. I didn't care whatever way it had to be done. I was just like, I was driving. And I think that really led to me having a fear of flying, because it was me getting on a plane, not knowing who the hell the pilot is, and who the hell is flying this plane, and who's taking control of my life right now. And I think that was the biggest fear. And I think that was the biggest problem that I had with flying, is because it was the lack of control, of not being able to take control of this plane and fly it myself, unless I'm a pilot. So I would say that that's where I got my fear of flying from, and the panic of not being in control of where I'm going, and literally putting my entire life in the hands of someone else that I don't even know what they look like or who they are, or if they've just been out last night. So that was where I got my biggest fear of flying from. But moving forward, the approach in facing my biggest fear. So back when I started this clothing brand, I was going out with a girl, and we were not that long back together. And I think I just created Face Fear in around that time. She got a job in Dubai to teach English to younger kids out in Dubai and stuff like that. And automatically, like, I was very happy for her and all that kind of stuff. And But at the same time, I was like, oh my God, how the hell am I going to get on the plane? That means like, what the hell? And I was like questioning all of this, like how she's going to expect me to go out there and see her and all this kind of stuff. And I was kind of like asking her, so if you're going out there, when are you coming back? Like, are you coming back every 6 weeks or what way is it? And then she was like, no, I'm going out there in like, I think it was end of August and I'm not coming back until Christmas. And I was like, that's a long time. So how the hell are we going to figure this out? Anyway, fast forward, she went out there. I wasn't expecting to see her. We were doing the long distance relationship thing, and I wasn't expecting to see her till Christmas. However, I think it was maybe like 2 weeks, maybe in around 2 weeks of her being out there. She was like, so you coming over or what? And I was like, I had just obviously created Face Fear, and I was like, Mark, this is your perfect opportunity to literally go diving in to conquering the biggest fear you have. And I was like, I had the message there when she messaged me, and I was like, right, what do I say back here? What do I actually say back here? And I remember just about typing up a message saying, oh, I'm not sure if I can do this, like, by myself. And I was just like, hold up a minute, paint a picture in your head. Mark McGuinness, biggest fear he has is flying. He's got his own clothing brand called Face the Fear. He drives up to the airport by himself, gets on a big, massive airplane and flies by himself to the other side of the world in Dubai. And I was like, that sounds amazing. Let's do it. And I sort of responded like straight away. I was like, yeah, okay, I'm coming over. So I think literally of her being out there in 2 weeks, I booked a plane ticket. And I think that plane, the journey was going to be, say, about 6 weeks from when I said, yeah, okay. So like I had 6 weeks mentally to prepare myself to not just go on a plane with my family, to literally booking it. I was having panic attacks, to then knowing that I'm driving up to the airport by myself and going through the whole airport procedure by myself, getting on a plane by myself, and there's no turning back there. I had to play that over on my head all like over and over again. And it was something that when it was coming closer to the time, I was kind of like, right, this is really happening. I've just spent like $5,000 on a plane ticket here. And I knew I didn't want to let her down as well. So I had to go do this. So it came to the day of me doing this, and I'm saying goodbye to my parents and stuff like that. The night before, I did not sleep at all. Obviously, like you guys are probably sitting here going, you're literally getting on a plane, Mark. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? But I had a fear from obviously back from the accident, and that is why I had this fear. So I'm literally the day that I'm going, I call over them to my parents. I'm like, all right, see you later, guys. Yeah, acting like it's nothing. Yeah, I got this, no worries. And I've played the situation over on my head. Okay, I changed my mindset. Instead of me thinking, okay, oh my God, I'm getting on a plane. Oh my God, how am I going to do this? I was just like, no, do you know what? I'm going to own this situation. I'm going to make something happen from this situation. And I looked at all the positive things that I was going to do, see, and achieve from conquering this fear. And that was, I was going to be independent. I was going to drive up to the airport. I'm going to experience getting on a massive Emirates plane and feeling all this luxury and flying to Dubai, which a lot of people don't get to do. And I was going to see my girlfriend and I was going to see Dubai. And that is what took over the fear. I was just like, no, this is what I'm going to do. I visualized myself in Dubai, seeing my girlfriend, and I visualized doing all the amazing things out there. And I literally kind of just overwhelmed myself with them thoughts and them pictures and focused on them purely. So I literally got up to the airport and I'm by myself, and I was kind of like I'm doing this, and I had already made that decision, and I went through security, all that kind of stuff. And all in all, I'm drinking cups of coffee because I'm starting to like shake, and I'm like, what am I doing? So I'm trying to I drink a lot of coffee anyway, and that probably didn't help. However, I'm getting ready to board this plane, and that moment where you're walking down the tunnel, I'm like, do I turn around? Do I turn around? I'm like, no, keep going. And I'm just constantly walking. And when I got onto the plane and I sat down, like, I'm just like, oh my God. And I booked a window seat as well, just to annoy myself even further, to literally be looking out a window. Booked a window seat, and I'm like, right, let's do this. And the more I was sitting there, the more I just felt at ease. It was kind of weird. The staff and the air hostess and everything, just like, they were so professional that I was just like, this isn't too bad. And I just, when the engines turned on, I just felt the power and the quality in the plane. And it I basically started looking at the standards, and I was like looking at the standards of the staff. I was looking at the quality of the plane, and I was like, I actually feel comfortable and safe here. And basically when that plane got ready to take off, I done something I didn't think I would be able to do. I stuck my head up against the window, right? I said, you are not even blinking. You are gonna look at this plane take off and go straight into that sky. And I don't know how I built up the confidence to do that. And if you got a fear of flying, you may have not done this, but I was just challenging myself. I was wearing my Face to Fear t-shirt and I was looking right out that window when this plane was taking off. And it gave me a buzz. It gave me a kick. And basically when we took off and the plane leveled out, and we had the little map and it showed me where we're going. Obviously it's like sitting here right now. It was just so calming. And next thing the air hostess comes over, she's like, would you like some wine, sir? And I was like, yes, indeed. And when I had some wine, that was it. I was just completely relaxed. And it was honestly the best flight I'd ever experienced. I hadn't been on many, but it was a great flight and it led me to going on many more. And when I was in Dubai, I had a fantastic time. And I actually wasn't that nervous about leaving because I was like, I've got this, I can do this again. And this is how much I wanted to challenge my fear of flying. At that moment, I think there was a movie called Aftermath by Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it was about a plane crash. And I was that confident in getting back on that plane that I actually searched for that movie on the plane, that I was going to watch a movie about a plane crash while I was on a plane facing the biggest fear that I had, which was flying. Well, technically, I didn't think that movie would be on the plane because it would kind of scare people, and it wasn't on the plane, but I did search for it. So that is how I overcome and face the biggest fear the biggest fear that I did have, is looking at the positives and looking at what I was going to do when I was out there. And I can't express enough, when you conquer the biggest fear that you have, there is no return. You literally go at everything just head on. I went on so many flights after that. I went back to Dubai, we went to Abu Dhabi, we went to Amsterdam, I was in Paris, I went to Rome, we were in Sweden, like I went back to New York, I went to, where else did we go? So many other places, Germany, like literally I was just like, I love flying. I turned the biggest fear that I had into the biggest like thing that I love, literally. And during the COVID pandemic, it's been a year now since I've been on a plane, and I'm getting that itch of, I want to get on a plane again because I want to experience this. So I managed to turn the biggest fear that I have and turn it into the biggest thing that I love. And it gives me an adrenaline rush, and it's made me transform my life in going into other things, because once you conquer your biggest fear, there's nothing else that's going to stop you. So guys, I hope you got some valuable information in there. If there's someone out there that's watching this, that you are struggling in something in your daily life, or maybe it's fear of flying as well, or it could be anything, always look at the positives and look at and visualize yourself out there and achieving it. And I would say do little small steps of achievement before you take on that big challenge. For me, I just went straight in, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It could have went both ways, I don't know. But for me, it went well. But I would say try and build up confidence and take on the biggest fear that you have. And after that, you can then conquer life. So guys, again, I'm going to wrap it up here. Hope you liked the video. Give it a like if you can, and please subscribe to my channel. It will really help me out. And stay positive and take it easy, guys. I'll talk to you soon.